Well, it is Thursday, the 25th day of January 2024. Good evening and welcome to Newswatch and Hope TV, the station where you look and live. You're just in time for the day's news. Find us also streaming live on YouTube at Hope TV Kenya. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. The government has once again issued a stern warning to school heads across the country not to send students away for fees or to ask parents to pay fees on the grounds that the government has not given schools money to run academic activities. President William Ruto, who was speaking in Timau, Meru County, on the first day of his three-day visit to the area, said the government has provided a total of 62 billion shillings to finance studies in primary, secondary schools, educational institutions, TVETs, and universities across the country. Alice Diana tells us more.
As the country continues to mop up pupils to join Form 1 in various secondary schools in the country, the government has moved to assure parents that school fees for all school-going children have been provided. President William Ruto has reiterated that the education of every child in the country is important and no child should be left behind. Speaking today in Timau area, Meru County, on the first day of his visit to the area, President Ruto said that the government has increased the capitation to schools by 127 billion shillings and warned school heads against asking parents to pay school fees on the grounds that the government has delayed to disburse money for academic activities.
Tumeongeza pesa ya kusomesha watoto wetu kwa shilingi bilioni 127 mpya because education of our children is important and we don't want any child to be left behind. Mimi nataka nirudie nikiwa hapa Timau, kwa sababu kuna wasimamizi wengine wa shule wanauliza wazazi ati pesa ya serikali ya JSS imechelewa, wewe lipa fees. Mimi nataka niwatangazie kama serikali ya Kenya tumetoa pesa kwa mwezi huu peke yake, mwezi wa Januari tumetoa bilioni 62 ya kusomesha watoto wetu. Pesa ya primary, pesa ya secondary, pesa ya JSS, pesa ya TVET. Sisi kama serikali ya Kenya tumetoa hiyo pesa. Hakuna mzazi ataulizwa pesa shuleni, atotoa pesa fulani ati kwa sababu serikali.
The president told the residents that the government has invested a lot of money in the education sector so that every child has the opportunity to study.
For no education official is allowed to demand any money that is not legitimate from parents. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka tuelewane hivyo. Nyinyi watu wa Timau tutasomesha watoto? Si tunataka kila mtoto asome? Ama mnasemaje? Na ndio tumeweka pesa nyingi kwa masomo ya watoto wetu.
At the same time, the president has reiterated that the government projects such as the affordable housing will create job opportunities for the young people and condemned those who oppose the project.
Pango yetu, hii housing itatupatia ajira. Hiyo program ya digital jobs itatupatia ajira. Export of labor itatupatia ajira. Mimi nauliza hawa na hawataki ati nifanye hiyo kazi. Wameenda kotini ati wanataka kuzuia hii housing. Wanataka kuzuia digital jobs. Wanataka kuzuia export of labor. Mimi nikawauliza, kwani nyinyi mko na mpango gani kwa hawa vijana? Kwa sababu lazima tupange ajira ya hawa vijana. Nasikia waliniambia nini? Ati wamepanga maandamano. Sasa nikuulize wewe mtu ya Timau, maandamano ni kazi mtu anaweza kwenda kufanya? Ati uwache kazi ya housing uende ufanye maandamano?
President Ruto is expected to complete his visit to Meru County on Saturday. Alice Diana, Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you, Alice Diana, for that report. On a similar breath, President William Ruto kicked off a three-day development tour of Meru County and launched a host of projects in Buri, Tigania West and Tigania East constituencies. Addressing the residents, the president pledged his government's commitment to eradicating corruption in the country, stating that robust measures have been put in place to tame those hell-bent on misappropriating public funds. During the launch of the county's affordable housing project, President Ruto said the government is investing in labor-intensive projects and the digital economy to create jobs and expand opportunities for the youth.
Sasa nikuulize wewe mtu yatimau. Maandamano ni kazi mtu anaweza kwenda kufanya? Ati uache kazi ya housing uende ufanye maandamano?
Nimeona jana hii watu ya ODM, hii watu ya Azimio wakijaribu kuongea mambo ya siasa ya Mlima Kenya. Mimi nataka niambie nyinyi watu ya Azimio, hii maneno ya Mlima is too complicated for you to understand.
Your Excellency.
Moving on, Kenya and China have highlighted the mutual dedication of both nations to nurturing a robust and multifaceted relationship, emphasizing cooperation in key areas of shared interest. The Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, held constructive bilateral discussions with Wang Yi, Minister for Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of China. The focal point of the conversation centered on advancing the long-standing relationships and strategic partnership between Kenya and China. Both leaders affirmed their joint commitment to expediting collaboration on crucial fronts, including infrastructure projects, addressing challenges posed by climate change, and boosting the trade partnership. Well, Kenyan musicians want the Music Copyright Society of Kenya, MCSK, to increase the amount of royalties given to local artists as compared to foreign artists. Speaking during the first batch distribution of royalties of this year, MCSK CEO Dr. Ezekiel Mutua noted that the first batch of distribution of 20 million shillings that has officially begun will run till 29th of March this year, with 3 more distributions will be done in April to August and December 2024. Gloria Musimbi with more.
It is a sigh of relief for Kenyan musicians countrywide as the Music Copyright Society of Kenya, MCSK, has begun the distribution of royalties to its members.
Na ninashukuru kwa sababu katika agenda ambazo iko nazo muziki pia ipo, kwa sababu najua muziki inajenga pia nchi, tunalipa tax ya nchi, ushuru, na ninajua Mheshimiwa Rais ana focus sana pia kwa muziki pamoja na mama na gospel na muziki yote ya nchi. Nashukuru sana kwa sababu wametushikilia na pia wametutia moyo.
The 1.2 billion royalties distribution led by MCSK CEO Ezekiel Mutua is expected to run in 4 phases, with the first beginning today until March the 29th, while 3 more will be done in April, August and December 2024.
We want to thank the First Lady of our country, Mama Rachel Ruto, because a few months ago, she called the legendary gospel singers to State House, and I was invited to that meeting because she wanted to know what is the issue, where is the problem, what is ailing the CMOs, and how can we help.
The program comes at a time when various musicians have raised concerns on the low rates paid as royalties granted to local artists as compared to foreign artists, saying that this is demoralizing.
I was listening to the royalties amount they were giving. None of us got above 300,000 or 200,000. It was below the highest paid outside. It's actually artists from outside the nation. That means we really need to up our game. We need to pull up our socks as I don't know if it's a musician or the media, because the media and any other outlet that plays music needs to really give an ear or give the first front seat to the music industry in Kenya.
It is so bad, it's so demoralizing, because it doesn't happen in other countries. They love themselves, they love their artists, they love their music, they collect for their... most of the countries that Kenya plays music for, a lot more than us, Those countries, if you go there, you'll see that they will not play a Kenyan artist. They will not.
Despite their complaints about the various challenges they face in the local music industry, the musicians are hopeful that MCSK will consider their welfare and resolve the gaps in the music industry.
Beginning of maybe a hopeful future, because it's been tough whereby musicians earn money. We have play, we have avenues of earning from our music, but we have not been, and the musicians have not been earning from their music. For reasons we don't know, probably our institutions not being in place to be able to collect our money or distribute our money.
I'm a beneficiary of the royalties given today. Actually, there's such a great improvement at the MCSK this year, and I think the last years has been quite depressing and frustrating. But we thank God for the outcomes that we're seeing right now, and the benefits and the amount that musicians have gotten this year. We are trusting God that it will still go beyond.
Mutua, however, pointed out that MCSK is committed to upscaling its efforts to promote musicians' welfare.
Can be audited. We are opening a new chapter of transparency and openness as we begin the year 2024.
MCSK CEO Ezekiel Mutua has officiated the first distribution of royalties to Kenyan musicians under the Music Copyright Society, which will run till 29th of March this year, while 3 more distributions will be done in April, August and December 2024. Reporting for TV Newswatch, I'm Gloria Musimbi.
Much appreciated, Gloria Musimbi. Now, persons living with disabilities have been rallied to register for government services on the e-Citizen platform. According to government spokesperson Dr. Isaac Mwaura, so far, 3,000 persons living with disabilities have registered on the portal as some of the Kenya Kwanza's government's initiatives to ensure they receive the necessary support and equipment such as wheelchairs, clutches and sunscreen for those living with albinism. Dr. Mwaura has meanwhile enumerated the government's progress and highlighted milestones so far achieved by up to 16 government ministries, among them the Ministry of Water and that of Health.
Those under lawful custody, the prisoners, and these monies are going to be appropriated by the National Assembly, but also our development partners, because you know this health is one of the well-funded areas of collaboration because of the Sustainable Development Goals, and health is a right, even within the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and also the socioeconomic rights as enshrined in Article 43 of our Constitution. You are going to have more hustlers paying 300 rather than 500. And then you are going to get more people able to pay into the social health insurance fund. A reduction of monthly contribution by 40%, but the lowest tier of people who are at the bottom is really an enactment of the universal health coverage program under the plan that is envisaged in our manifesto.
Cheptai Sub-County Education Director Dr. Eric Were has asked parents to use alternative means and file complaints instead of attacking educational institutions to expel teachers. Speaking at an event in the Chesikaki area in Mount Elgon constituency, Dr. Were urged parents, teachers and students to cooperate to achieve better results. He has urged parents not to humiliate teachers despite being dissatisfied with the results during national exams. His sentiments were echoed by Cheptai Sub-County Assistant Commissioner Peter Lialuo, who also asked parents to participate in taking good care of their children, a statement that was backed by Chesikaki Area Chief Morris Wetala.
Hatutaki maneno ya wazazi kwenda kusumbuana kwa shule. Umeona kumekuwa na mali fulani, wazazi wanaenda wanasema ati mwalimu ndio mwenye matokeo mabaya, na matokeo inatokana na mwalimu, mzazi na wanafunzi. Hao watu watatu wakifanya kwa pamoja, hiyo tutapata matokeo mazuri. Lakini ikiwa kuna jambo haliendi vizuri, badala ya kwenda kusumbua shule, tuko na ofisi zinaweza tumika. Kuna mkutano wa wazazi AGM, ukiwa na jambo mna raise pale, ikishindikana iko CSO, iko chief. Kama haiwezekani pale, mnaweza kuja kwa ofisi wapi? Cheptai.
So iwapo kuna ripoti zozote za kuhusu watoto ambao wamepata mimba ama kwa njia yoyote wamenyanyaswa kingono, ni vyema mkalete ripoti kwa asasi za usalama. Polisi wetu wako pale, tuko na ofisi yetu, tuko na wakasa ili wawasilishe ujumbe huu. Na wazazi wamekuwa na hii dhana kwamba wanaenda kwa mashule kutoa walimu. Nataka niwaambie na niwatahadharishe, iwapo utathubutu kwenda kwa shule tunataka kutoa mwalimu mtoto wake amepata E. So tusikue na mambo ya ujinga kwamba tunaenda kuharibu shule zetu kwa ujinga wetu.
Well, on that note, let us take a short break. On Newswatch tonight, we have plenty more coming up after the break.
Hatutaki maneno ya wazazi kwenda
I've actually been trying to find a balance. It's been really tough and hectic, but everyone says once you get a hang of it, it becomes better, and I don't know, but I'm hoping to find a balance soon because it's really been hectic. But you've been in the job industry for a long time, so I think you would know better. Sindio?
Huh? What time is it? I need to catch up on Leadership Forum. Do they have a radio here? Never mind. I brought my own.
No way. You can't be serious. Wait, why do you have a radio and you can just catch up with the shows on Hope FM podcasts?
Really? Even Meet of the World?
Yeah. I mean, you can find them on whatever platform, name it. AfriPods, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you name it.
But I'm not subscribed on any of them.
So no worries. You can just check out the latest episodes on hopemediakenya.org.
You can now listen to select Hope FM programs on your favorite podcast streaming platform or directly on our website, www.hopemediakenya.org. Listen and live.
Africa International University takes pride in being at the forefront of producing Christ-centered leaders, transforming Africa and the world. At AIU, we lead, we innovate, we inspire, and we are a family bound by a common goal of transforming the world. There is no better time to think about your career transformation in an international community. Our intakes are in January, May, and September and are currently ongoing. Embark today on an exciting and life-building academic journey by enrolling in our diverse certificates, diplomas, bachelor's, postgraduates, master's, or PhD programs. Africa International University, a university in the heart of Africa, with Africa on its heart.
Welcome back. Now, a multi-agency team of experts has been deployed at Kiangagaru village in Kiambere ward of Embu County to assess the quality, quantity and extent of coltan deposits discovered in the area. Mining, Blue Economy and Marine Affairs Cabinet Secretary Salim Vuria launched the verification exercise in Embu today and said they will be expected to report after 1 month. Their report will enable the government to start the concessioning process for the in-demand mineral. Here's Dolly Murigi Mbuvi with the story.
Kenya has discovered its first deposit of the valuable mineral coltan. This is according to Cabinet Secretary Salim Vuria. Coltan, a grey-black mineral in its pure form, has gained importance during the electronic age as it is a major raw material in the manufacture of mobile phones, computers and other electronic devices. 80% of the world's supply comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo, where its mining has sometimes been shrouded in controversy with claims that its exploitation is fueling the war there and that child labor was used in its mining. Mining and Blue Cabinet Secretary Salim Vuria has said that the coltan was discovered in Embu and 5 other counties after an area geosurvey of the whole country.
Embu County, I'm happy to announce that in the area of Kiambere, Kiritiri, we have adequate deposits of coltan. And part of what we are doing here is that we will leave our teams behind to do ground truthing so that we can now begin to assess the economic value of that particular mineral. This is a mineral also which is found in Tana River, in Kora Wells. So we will soon be going to Tana River for the same.
The CS was accompanied by Embu Governor Cecil Mbarire and Principal Secretary Elijah Mwangi, said the government was keen to see the mining sector play a major significant role in the country's GDP. He added that previously most mining was in the hands of small-scale miners who have now been organized into cooperatives through the help of the county government. Mvurya, however, said that they are in a mission to weed out cartels in the sector.
There has been a lot of mushrooming of cartels, in the operations. Many of them have been operating without licenses. And what we are doing now from even the cadastre level, we are trying to rein in on inactive licenses, which we've already announced to everybody. And part of the process we are doing here in the county government to work together is to weed out all those investors that do not want to follow the law.
According to Embu Governor Cecil Mbarire, the cooperatives will help the miners lock out exploitative brokers, enable negotiations for better prices, and help miners access suitable equipment.
Going forward, we will not allow any mining to be done by people who are not licensed. And so we are going to be working very closely with security team here to make sure we get out any illegal mining companies or individuals who do not have licenses. And that is why we have taken all the individuals who are doing small-scale mining into a cooperative society so that we are able also to regulate them and know how we work with them closely.
However, CS Mvurya has said that the government will be building a gold refinery at Kakamega to process gold ores from South Nyanza, Western and West Pokot, adding that we'll be looking into developing facilities where minerals can be turned into jewelry for higher value instead of being exported raw.
We also have West Pokot, which has adequate deposits of coltan, and we'll also be looking at it, as well as Samburu, and also in Turkana and Kitui. So we have about each of the 47 counties. We have an idea of the kind of minerals that we have. And as a follow-up to that, we have engaged our teams to do ground truthing for certain minerals across the country.
Dolly Mwigimbuvi for Hope TV.
Much appreciated, Dolly. Donkey farmers in Narok County have raised concern over a recent trend of donkey theft that is giving them sleepless nights. The donkey farmers said tens of donkeys have disappeared from the area in the recent past without a trace, wondering where their precious animals could be going. The farmers, led by Association of Donkey Owners of Kenya, ADOC, Narok branch chairperson Margaret Mpatiani, and farmers from different areas of the county have been raising concerns over the disappearance of their animals, saying over 50 donkeys have been reported missing in a span of 2 months in the county.
Kuanzia 2021 tumerudi kulala, lakini hivi karibuni hatujarudi kulala. Pundazi wameanza kuchukuliwa, wameanza kuibiwa, walianza kujifanya wanakuja kama watu ya kununua, ya kwenda kusaidia watu manyumbani. Lakini wakanunua moja moja, sasa wameanza kuuza. Hata area hii sasa hakuna punda mingi kwa sababu watu wameanza kuuza ati ndio ziibiwe. Sasa wametuletea hasara ambayo hata sijui tutaanzia wapi. Na hapa kwetu tunatumia punda sana kwa sababu punda ndio gari zetu.
Now, a fresh row is brewing between Pokot Ugandan herders and the Sebei community over grazing of livestock in Uganda. This comes amid severe drought that has affected Pokot pastoralists from West Pokot County and those living in Amudat district in Uganda, forcing them to migrate to other areas in search of pasture and water for their livestock. A team of 12 elders, peace actors, security team and political leaders from West Pokot County, led by Deputy Governor Robert Komole on Wednesday, went to Uganda for grazing deals negotiations, seeking for pasture and water. However, the peace meeting that was held at Morokore village, Chepsukunya area in Kwen district ended prematurely after leaders from Kwen and Bukwo districts made resolutions saying no more peace talks will be considered until the herders who had sneaked in Kwen and Bukwo districts with their livestock get out.
As brothers from Kenya, we are going to cooperate in terms of the issues of cross-border. Number two, I just want also to request our brothers, because Cherogo, you said I'm here as a farmer, which is true. And we've been interacting. So I want also to join my brothers who has requested that we have been living very peacefully. We have been living very peacefully. We are one community, we are Kalenjins. So kindly, our brothers and sisters from Sipei, let us agree to that fact that we are one community.
I sympathize with the animal, but also put in mind that I also have crops. Members, the unfortunate thing of today's meeting is what has happened. What has happened, and that is negligence. To my position, Mr. Chair, I really don't agree. We will just come back and sit, harmonize with our brothers and sisters. We are friends, Honorable, Your Excellency. We have been friends for almost a decade. We are still friends. We will continue being Kalenjins when we are still alive. You will never be Kalenjins when others are dying and we are not solving the very problem. So, with honor, I stand my ground, Mr. Chair, that we are not going to discuss anything today unless the animals are taken back to Amudat, then we dialogue and then we forge a way forward.
KCB Foundation has welcomed 50 talented student athletes into its annual education scholarship program, awarding them full scholarships to pursue their secondary education in Kenya. This initiative marks the launch of the Foundation's student athletic program aimed at nurturing future world-class athletes from underprivileged backgrounds. The students, who are drawn from 12 counties across Kenya, will join various secondary schools this week, embarking on a 4-year journey with their academic and athletic pursuits fully supported. This program aligns with the bank's long-term commitment to promoting young talent and fostering sporting excellence in the country.
Today, as we officially launch this program, I want to emphasize that these scholarships are more than just financial aid. They represent a belief in the potential of these young people and a commitment to helping them achieve their dreams. We are investing in the future of our youth, literally. The contribution of other partners in this program is equally commendable. I'm informed that Transcend Talent Academy will nurture select potential athletes through exchange programs with top-tier sporting camps in USA and Canada. This immersive experience will expose them to the global arena and high-profile sporting environs. And to ensure their success and well-being throughout the program, Kipran will equip them with high-performance kits, minimizing injury risks, and maximizing their adaptability to sport.
Today you are going to school, go and study. Use that opportunity. Remember to squeeze those juices in that orange that you have been given an opportunity. That orange that KCB has handed over to you. Squeeze all the juice. There's a lot of juice, but please squeeze it.
With a huge number of budding athletes
looking up to their seniors, the potential within the selected 50 students, especially the 4 or 5 from each of the 12 counties, promises a holistic approach to secondary education. By guiding the budding athletes and overseeing the educational journey, we are ensuring a promising future for these exceptional individuals.
Now, across our borders, a search is ongoing in Mali on an unregulated gold mine that collapsed late last week in Mali, killing more than 70 people amidst fears that the toll could rise. A senior official at the government's National Geology and Mining Directorate confirmed the details, calling it an accident. There were around 100 people in the mine at the time of the collapse, according to Abdoulaye Pona, president of the Mali Chambers of Mines, who was at the scene. The cause of the collapse, which happened in Kangaba district in the southwestern Koulikoro region on Friday, is under investigation. Such tragedies are common in Mali, which is Africa's #3 gold producer. Informal artisanal miners are often accused of ignoring safety measures, especially in remote areas. Meanwhile, in Zambia, 7 miners, including 2 Chinese nationals, have been stuck in a flooded mine near the Congo border. Rescue efforts are underway with the Chinese embassy in Zambia coordinating specialists. Macrolink has temporarily halted mine operations in response to the incident.
Hello there, praise the name of the Lord. My name is Evelyn Wanjiro. To get Naiwe Maombi as your skiza tune, SMS skiza 8830022 to 811. Hope Skiza, spreading the hope.
Envision a future where you enjoy the things that truly matter to you. At Newswath Capital Limited, we are committed to making this future a reality for you. Invest in the Newswath Money Market Fund, meticulously crafted to help you achieve your financial aspirations from as little as 1,000 Kenyan shillings. Visit www.nwealth.co.ke/capital or call 0700-617-443 for more information. Newswath, for a better tomorrow. Newswath Capital Unit Trust Scheme is approved by Capital Markets Authority, which does not take responsibility for the financial soundness of the scheme. Prices of shares and income may fluctuate, and the right to redeem shares may be suspended.
Africa International University takes pride in being at the forefront of producing Christ-centered leaders, transforming Africa and the world. At AIU, we lead, we innovate, we inspire, and we are a family bound by a common goal of transforming the world. There is no better time to think about your career transformation in an international community. Our intakes are in January, May, and September and are currently ongoing. Embark today on an exciting and life-building academic journey by enrolling in our diverse certificates, diplomas, bachelor's, postgraduates, master's, or PhD programs. Africa International University, a university in the heart of Africa, with Africa on its heart.
Welcome back in business. The Homa Bay County Government, in collaboration with its partners and investors, have launched the International Investments Conference registration that is set to take place on the 27th to the 29th of February this year. The conference is dubbed HOBIC 2024 and aims to unlock the Bay of endless potential. Speaking at the launch of the conference, Homa Bay County Governor Gladys Wanga said the conference aims to create partnerships that will involve other counties, the private sector and the government at large. Elias Wanjiru with more.
Led by the county governor, the Homa Bay County leaders and investors have today launched an online conference registration process for the Homa Bay International Investment Conference 2024 that is set to take place from 27 to 29 February this year. The investors present from the country and outside the country have pledged to register and put their efforts in this project as a way of supporting the county government. Governor Gladys Wanga said the projected Homa Bay International Investment Conference will see private sectors, county governments and government at large collaborate with the aim of upgrading the investment sector in Homa Bay County and country at large.
We have also had registered and approved a special economic zone in Homa Bay, one of its kind in the western part of the country, and therefore the special economic zone and the county aggregation and industrial park will provide opportunity for investors, especially investors, for export, but also investors for domestic use, to be able to invest and enjoy the incentives.
The Council of Governors Chair and Kirinyaga County Governor Anne Waiguru, who was the chief guest for the launch, has praised Governor Wanga for the initiative and pledged to work with her fully. She has also challenged other governors to initiate similar projects to tap into the respective countries' investment.
What makes this initiative truly commendable is its potential to serve as a blueprint for other counties across the country. By emulating the model set by Homa Bay County, we can collectively spur economic growth in county governments. This conference will exemplify the power of collaboration, showcasing how partnerships between counties, the private sector, and the government institutions can result in tangible and impactful outcomes.
Additionally, Waiguru has urged the county leaders to join in to realize the success of the project.
I encourage every county to consider adopting similar strategies to host investment conferences tailored to their unique strengths and opportunities. This will not only attract much needed investment, but also promote knowledge exchange, best practices, and regional economic integration.
Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, my name is Nelias.
Thank you, Nelias Wanjiru, for that report. Kenya has been elected to chair the United Nations World Tourism Organization, that is UNWTO Committee on Tourism and Competitiveness, solidifying its position as a leader in the global tourism industry. The announcement was made at the first meeting of the committee held at the UNWTO headquarters in Madrid, Spain. Kenya won the position after 2 rounds of voting, defeating strong bids from Thailand and Malta. Commenting on the election, Tourism and Wildlife Cabinet Secretary Dr. Alfred Mutua termed it a historic moment and an important win for Kenya and its inputs. It puts the country in a position of decision-making in matters that affect tourism across the globe. And in sports, second-placed KCB Rugby Club will travel to face Nakuru RFC in match day 6 of the current Kenya Cup season, scheduled for Saturday at the Nakuru Athletics Club as the team eyes a 6th win. The Bankers currently enjoy an excellent record in the league after winning 5 consecutive matches to keep pace with Cabras Sugar, who are also yet to drop points this campaign. As it stands, Cabras lead on points difference 332 compared to KCB's 220. The team triumphed 36-11 over Strathmore Leos last weekend, scoring 6 tries in the process, courtesy of Captain Griffin Musila, Collian Persian, Wilhit Mususi, Brian Wahinya, and Peter Kilonzo.
It's going to be a good challenge for us because, you know, we have a very young side, a transitioning side with a little experience. So going down to Nakuru is a new experience for them, just to see how well they've come in as a team. So for us, it's just to try most of the things that we've been doing in the field and to expose as much as possible. As we keep on winning, as we keep on growing, we'll keep on counting the things that we need to correct before we get into the knockout stage. I think from the potential and for the few games that they've played together, I think they've raised their hands. They are very positive inside. There are good things that we've seen in them. And there are a lot of positives that we still see them building as they continue playing. So it's a young side, we know that, and we expect a lot from them. They've been pushing themselves to the limit. I know they'll still get better in the future as they keep on playing. So for us, is to play as much games as possible and to see how good they will be in the future.
I feel okay, well recovered for this weekend's match. Of course, we had to take a rest to fully recover as we prepare to this coming weekend. Of course, we take Nakuru and we have much confidence going into the match. Yeah, having the young players in the team is a plus for us, plus building their confidence as we head into the more hard games, which comes in hand to the end of the season. So building the confidence as we head into the more hard games is a plus. Plus, some of them have played in the national team. So I so much have confidence in them. No pressure this time, but as we take one game at a time. So we focus on the next match. After we finish with the next match, we focus on the other one.
And it's a wrap on Newswatch tonight. On behalf of the whole team, thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga, and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. Have a good night.